Okay. Acha. Good afternoon, team. I think you people are ready for the show for today. If other people are willing to join, they will join. Okay, because we have pinged them several times. But now the thing is that you people have had a wonderful session with our honorable Mr. Prashanto. And I think that I expect that you people have already gone through the 3 videos which were properly given to the group. Have you people gone through the videos?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So how
Yes,
was the
sir.
session? How was
Yes,
the
sir.
session and all? How was the session? I want a feedback from you people.
Very fine, sir.
Very good, sir.
Very good, right? A person devoting,
Beautiful, sir.
see, a person devoting more than 3 hours in Sunday. You can understand that what kind of dedicated trainer he is. Okay. So now the thing is that today we will have exception and trading. Okay, these 2 portions that he has left behind, and before that all he has covered. Am I right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So now over to Spriya and Rudramani.
Okay, sir.
Thank you so much. Please carry on, Spriya. And Rudra,
Yes, sir. Just wait.
Yes, sir.
yeah, please help Spriya. Both of you, the way you people carry on.
Yeah, sir. Definitely. Okay. How many peoples are there? I think 15. Right?
No, leaving 3 of us is 19.
Okay. Okay, sir. Now today's our topic is thread or exception. Anyone know about the exception? Whatever they know, please tell.
Exception is dealing with problems. If the problem encounters any error.
When it's come.
Exception is an unwanted situation by which person can recover from it.
Okay, so basically exception is an event which occurs during the execution of the program that disrupts the normal flow of the program instructions. Okay, so basically exception is an event. Okay, whenever we do some kind of wrong instruction, whenever like if we try to divide some number with 0, okay, or if we define an integer but put some strings value, that is input output, input output exception. Okay, so anyone tells what is the difference between exception and errors? Anyone knows exception and errors?
Actually, ma'am, exception is nothing but handling the errors. Means we will get the output even though we have an error. But errors is nothing but a debug. We have to debug the errors and we have to get the output.
Okay. So we cannot, we cannot, like, we handle the exception, but we cannot handle the errors. Okay. Sometimes there is an like this kind of error which we cannot resolve, right? There is two kinds of error: compile time errors and runtime errors. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Wait. Can we write these things, or is it okay to I tell each and everything and you just note down these things? Tell me.
Yeah, we will note down. Thank you.
Okay. So so there is a two kind of exception, right?
Check and
There is a two
Yes.
kind of exception.
check and
Sorry.
check and uncheck it.
Yeah. Check and uncheck exception. A check exception is exception that is typically,
Runtime is runtime.
yeah. No, the check exception is at a compile time. Okay, is at a compile time. Okay, so Java, in a Java lang package, that there is a throwable. Okay, throwable have a two: error and exception. Okay, error and exception. Exception has two parts: runtime exception and compile time exception. Okay, so throwable is a class that represent all errors and exception with many occurs in the Java.
Hello, ma'am. Can you repeat
Right?
a little bit what you said just right now?
Wait, just a minute.
Okay, sure.
Yeah. So hello, am I audible?
Yes, we can hear you.
So throwable class is a super class of all the error and exception. Okay, this question always ask to the with the interview. They ask which class is the super class of the error and exception. So throwable. Please note down it, like throwable class is a super class of error and exception. Okay. So error, there is all kinds of error. Fine. But exception, there is two kinds of exception: check exception and uncheck exception. Note down is check exception and uncheck exception. So exception that is checked at compile time. If it is checked at compile time, then we can say it a checked exception. Okay. And an uncheck exception, the exception that are not checked at compile time, we called it uncheck exception. It is not checked at compile time, but it is checked at run time. Okay. So don't be confused. Check the exception and uncheck exception, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Checked exception which checked at compile time, uncheck exception which is not checked at compile time, but it is checked at run time. Yeah. So don't be confused. Okay. Rudramani sir, if you want to add some lines, please add. So uncheck exception, there is a arithmetic exception,
Yeah,
like divided something, some number is divided.
wait a minute. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Spriya, you continue with the theory. I'll start with the problem programs directly.
Okay. No problem. Rudramani sir, can you please tell me from where I open this? Oh yeah, now I get.
Yeah, could you please tell something about this one? You see, checked and unchecked exceptions and different types of them.
From where I can share my screen actually. Yeah, share screen. I got the point.
See, at the top of your screen, there will be
Is it?
view options in that.
Yeah. Is it visible
Yeah, your
for
screen is
everyone?
visible right now.
Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
So unchecked exception. Okay. Unchecked exception is an arithmetic exception. Arithmetic exception is an example of unchecked exception. So if we divide with some number is divided by 0, then it's given arithmetic exception. Okay. Okay. So we try to write this code. Actually, I have this code. So I try to.
And what is user-defined exception?
When user want to define its own exception. Okay, like if if I try to make some portal where only 18 plus user can register it. Okay, then if someone type their age or their date of birth, then I will send them actually this is not defined in anywhere. Okay, like that this will be if age will be 18 plus, then user cannot be allowed to register here. Okay, so we have to define it in a other way. Like if user is 18 plus, then he or she will not able to register here, right? So we have to define one exception where we define where we defined
So we need to
some
declare. We need to
codes.
declare, or
We need to declare some codes over there. Fine. Like if user type and 00, okay, like 10 divided by 0. Fine. If user defined a 10 divided by 0, and if system throw an exception, arithmetic exception, no one knows what is arithmetic exception, right? So we have to write that divisor must not be 0, or this is not a valid, right? This kind of.
Okay.
Yeah, basically everyone does not know the right terms like arithmetic exception, array index out of bound exception, right? So we have to define in our own words, like if this is not valid, or must the divisor must not be 0, in this way. So in this way we have to define in the user exception, user defined exception. Okay, I will show you everything. Wait.
Okay, sure.
Except from that. Okay. if we try to okay, try to take an input.
No, S should be capital right here. In the system dot S should be capital.
Yeah. Okay, and if we try to run it, enter first number is 10, second one is 0. See, Java lang arithmetic exception divided by 0. If this kind of error like throw in your any registration page or anywhere, okay, then people can't understand this, right? So we have to write these things like this. Wait.
And basically, simply exception occur when you use something divide by 0.
Now there is so many exceptions, okay? Not divided by 0. Arithmetic, array index out of bound of exception. If we create an array with a 0 index number, okay, sorry, with a 10 index number, and if you try to put 11 numbers, okay, like 1, 2,
Okay,
3,
okay,
4,
okay.
yeah, 11 numbers, then it will show array index out of bound. Okay. So we have to put here this code in a try block. Okay. So we are handling this exception with the try catch block. Okay. So every time whenever we try a try block, we should mention the catch block also. Okay.
Okay.
So here we put it in a,
And with the try block, we can also give the if the catch block is I have not given catch block.
yeah, then we have to put a
Error.
finally block
Okay.
because source must be closed.
Finally block it will just close, right?
Yeah,
It will close
close the resources. Here it is not uses. Okay, whenever we try to open some file, okay, whenever we try to open some file, we put it into an try block. Okay, write a code to open some file, but file is not exist there. Okay, yeah, or if it is exist there, then if it is exist, but there is some error and throw an exception. Okay, it throw an exception, then you are not and you don't have a, you don't write the code about the how to handle that exception. Okay, so you have to just close that file, that if there is an important information, it not lose that information, the file never not lose that information, right?
Okay.
catch block. Now if we write 10 by 0, it catch the exception and it's throw, wait, just a minute. Okay. Now, if we try to run this code with 10 by 0, it throw an arithmetic exception, but it write the divisor must not be 0. Okay. Ten divided by 0. See. Now, anyone have any problem?
No, ma'am, no, ma'am. No, it is
No,
arithmetic.
ma'am.
Yeah, this is arithmetic exception, right?
Okay.
Yes,
This
ma'am.
is, yeah, this is arithmetic exception. So, okay, now that time when we not write the try and catch block, the system automatically throw an exception, right? That arithmetic exception. But here we define, we just tell that what is the problem. The problem is the divisor must not be 0. Then you can understand that the any number is not divisible by 0 here, so that we write this kind of message there. Okay. Okay, now if we put some 10 divided by 4, what happened? Catch block is running or not?
No, it will not run.
Yeah, it's not running, right? Wait, I will show you. If there is no problem, then this code is not catch block, then it not throw any exception and catch block is not running, right? I will show you these things. See,
Yes, ma'am.
yeah, this code is out of try and catch and thank you. There is a thank you, like if we write anything that this code is the try block, if there is no exception, then it's automatically come and write it, not run any catch block. We can write one with one try block, we can write a multiple catch block. Okay, just note down this point, because I think when I learned this, when I tell you this kind of codes, that time I'll tell you one notes. Okay, just note down it, because that notes are useful for you, and sometime interviewer ask this kind of question, that can we write a multiple catch block with one try block? Is it possible? Then you can say, yeah, is it possible? Okay.
No, it is an example of unchecked exception, right? Because we are getting an error when we are giving a 0, 10 divided by 0, we are getting an error at the
Look,
runtime.
we can hand in any exception. Okay, this, why we said this kind of exception, because whenever we try to run it, it gives an error, right? When you run this code in a okay, wait, I will show you this thing. Uncheck exception. Why it is uncheck exception? Because it
Because
is
yes, ma'am. Because we are getting an error if I've given a wrong input, by telling something that 10 and 0, so just told that x y divided by y.
yeah. That is also that is like input output exception. Okay,
Okay.
let's try that one. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
X with Y. Oh shit. See, it gives an error like input mismatch exception.
Yes, sir.
So see, that time when we put 10 divided by 0, okay, they allow me to write the code, to write the to enter the input and enter the input. Okay, do you notice that?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah,
Got
Yes,
it,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Yeah.
notice that because it is, that is not checked at the compile time, that is checked at the run time. Okay, but here when we try to give the input, it automatically, it not allowed me to enter the second input, and it's give input mismatch exception.
Okay, ma'am. Got it.
So we cannot handle it, right? We cannot handle this exception. Compile
Ma'am,
time
basically,
exception.
basically
Yeah,
we can't handle the. Mean basically we can't handle the runtime errors. Right? It's not possible.
no, compile time. See,
No, no, I'm telling that we are not able to handle that runtime error.
yeah.
It's not possible.
Okay, now we can handle the try and catch block with the exception with the try and catch block. There is one another block is called a finally block. Why we use the finally block? With closing, for closing the resource, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So we can write, okay, note down these things. We can use multiple catch block with one try block,
We can use
multiple catch block
multiple catch law
with one try block.
with one, um, example.
Yeah, next point is we can have try block, try with, we can have a try block without catch block by using finally block.
We can have a try block
Yeah, without catch block
without catch block.
by using finally block. Okay, and finally block close the resources. And what is resource? Write down, a resource is an object that must be closed write down this line. Okay, and sometime interviewer asked that can we write a try block without catch and finally block? Is it possible? Anyone know?
No, ma'am.
Is it not possible?
I think it's possible, ma'am, but I forgot the thing.
Yeah, it is possible.
Yes,
With
ma'am.
try with resources statement. If we write
Yes.
try with resources statement, then it is possible to write a try block without catch and
Finally.
finally. Yeah. So what is the difference between finally and try with resources statement? Write down this question. What is the difference between finally and try with resources statement?
Can you repeat it again? Yes, sir. Can you repeat it again? Yes, madam.
Yeah.
Can you repeat again this question?
Okay. Difference between finally and try with resources statement.
Try with resource statement.
Yeah. Try with resource statement. So what is the difference? Okay. Whenever we use the finally block, okay. So finally block is basically ensure that a resource is closed regardless of whether the try statement completed normally or not. Okay, if try block is not completed normally, if there is some problem and it can't be handled, then finally block open it, finally block close it. Okay, but try with resources statement is ensure, always ensure that the resource is closed at the end of the statement without losing any information. Okay, just note down this point, like try with resource is ensure that
Try with this.
each statement is
Try with
wait
next.
wait
Ma'am is writing. Ma'am is writing. Ma'am.
is ensure that each resource is closed at the end of the statement without losing any information. Write down.
Hello, ma'am.
Yeah.
What you just said regarding that try with finally block. We just, ma'am, it just closed that resource, right?
Yeah. See, look at the difference. Okay, if we try to divide 10 with, okay, 5, second number is 5, then answer is 2. So finally block is always executed. So here you can see the finally block is executed. Okay, here try block is not executed, but finally block is executed, right? But if we try to divide 10 with 0, see, it handle with the catch block. The divisor must not be 0. Okay, and also a finally block is always executed. So finally block is executed in both case if there is an exception or not. Fine. Done. So here the try with resources statement, just note that things, because sometime whenever interviewer asks this kind of question, so you have to tell them, otherwise they know that you only know the try and catch block, right? So there, okay, now exception throw and throws. Anyone know about the throw and throws? Throw, which throw an exception, right? Hello, am I
Yes,
Hello,
audible?
ma'am.
ma'am.
Yes,
Yeah,
ma'am.
yeah, please response, am I audible or not?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, sir. Audible.
Just
Yeah,
told that that try with resource, right?
if you people have any doubt, please ask.
Okay, ma'am. I would like to ask you regarding the try with resource. Just give an example, just so that we can be clear.
Okay, so you need not to learn this code about with the try and resource, try with resource. Okay, sometime interviewer ask this kind of question that is it possible or not. Okay,
Okay.
so you just say that yeah, this is possible with the try with resource statement. Okay,
Okay, ma'am.
because I think you people are fresher, you pass out in this year 2021, or
Yes, ma'am. 21.
yeah, that's why. So this is okay. Okay, now throw and throws. Anyone know the throw and throws keyword?
Throw is basically throwing an exception, and throws is
For
in
declaring an exception,
declaring.
right?
Yes.
Yeah.
We
When
can
we
use them in place of try and catch.
yeah. So basically throws is a keyword in Java which is used in the signature of the method. Okay. To indicate that method might throw one of the list of the exception. Like sometime, okay, here sometime we write our own exception. Okay. Let's try with user defined exception, then it is, I think it is more clear for you, right? With the code. Okay, just remove this code. Actually you can see this code also. This is my code.
Throws keyword is for declaration of an exception, and throw keyword, what you just told.
Throw keyword explicitly throw an exception. Just write this word explicitly throw an exception, because whatever we write in a throws, whatever the code will throw an exception, the code choose one of that exception and throw it. Okay, okay, we write the code, then it is more clear. Okay,
Okay, ma'am.
catch. Negative. Okay. Exception. Okay. We have to copy it. Declare a class. Class with the negative age exception extends. Negative age exception. Age limit. Okay. We declare an exception. Now this is my own exception. Now declare one another class. Test class. Static. No need to call it static void. Age, there is a age with int x. And this throws. This class throws an negative age exception, right? Okay. This class throws a negative age exception. And here we write if this x is greater than equals to 0 again, then it will be okay. Writing otherwise, if it is, then throw a new exception, which is a negative age exception, right? It comes here, negative. Negative age exception. Age not be negative. Try to run it. Okay. Fine, and catch is what this guy. No, not right. Okay, now it's fine. We have to put this exception. Okay. To write this code strategies we have to put here. We will hold it. No, I think it's okay. Exception. Exception E. Yeah, it's done. exception. Negative age exception differs super in. It can be an error. This is right. Right. Negative and age is okay. Negative exception is okay. Age is greater than fine. If it is not, then throw no exception. Try block. Some try block with catch block. Okay, catch block. Yeah. Okay. Now here right. So yeah. Okay. Yes.
Hello, ma'am.
Now, yeah. Ask.
Ma'am, in throw keyword, we
Yeah.
can get two exception, right? Then uncheck and check exception.
No. Throw in a throw. What you said? Like check and uncheck exception.
Yes.
Okay, with the throw keyword you can only throw an exception. Okay, you throw an exception, you define this is a keyword. Fine,
Okay.
this is used when you try to define your own key, your own exception. That time you use this keyword. How? Like here you,
Actually, we can give, ma'am, right? It is all up to the user.
yeah, user, we are user, that's why I said like we can use this. Here you can see the age is 10. Okay, then it is fine. What I try to do here, like I try to define one.
Your screen is not visible, madam.
Sorry, screen is not visible.
Yes, sir.
It's
The screen is
but
visible.
I think he is having some network issue.
Okay, here you can see the I try to define one exception. Okay, user defined exception. How? I try to write one code, class, create one class with the negative age exception, extends exception. Write this code and point this and underlined here like exception. Always you have to put, whenever you try to write your own exception, you have to extend this exception class. Okay, understand?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. then it is valid. Your that means this is your defined exception. Okay, this is your exception, like negative age exception. Now here you are defined this exception. Now try to write the code. Like if age is greater than 0, or someone write a negative exception like -10, -5, okay, then we have to throw an exception like negative age exception. So here we write one method. Okay, whenever we try to input, so we take an input like age 10. Can I write scanner class, or just you can understand with this
Yes, ma'am,
direct?
it's okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so I direct write this with the like here I defined the method. So try. So in a try method, I put 10. Okay, I put 10, and when it called this method age int x. So if there is an exception, okay, then it throws an exception, right? That means this method, this age method, have some have some error, okay, have some exception. So we put here negative age exception. You can write more than one exception with the help of like comma. Write your own exception, whatever you declare, like input output exception or whatever you want. So here we create a negative exception, so only we write a negative exception. Okay, so now we check if x is greater than equals to 0, then it's fine. Otherwise it throw an exception. So throw is used to declare an exception that this class this age might be throw any kind of exception which is written here, which is declared here. Okay, so throw defines the exception, and these exceptions are used, this basically this throw keyword are used with the method or with the signature where we write. See, this throw keyword is not right with the, we cannot declare with any class, we declare it with the method, that this method might be thrown this kind of exception. Okay, and if it throw an exception like here, see, if it throw an exception, then it declare like if x is less than 0, it throw new negative every time new. Why new? We use here new because we create an this exception, negative age exception. So here we defined with the new keyword. Always whenever we write the throw keyword, we have to declare this the exception with a new keyword, like age not be negative. Okay, try everything. Like if we declare a -4, right, -4. Try to run it. See, age not be negative. Okay, age not be negative, which is written here, is not be negative. So this is our own exception. Like whenever we create some program or some whatever they, where we have to put this kind of options. Okay, if we try to um, write some create one program or create something like name must be started with your like what we can say, name started with your capital letter. Okay, and someone type like in a code, in your code, if someone write his name with a small letter, then you throw an exception that check this, you are not write your code, you are not write your started letter is a capital letter, must be capital letter, you write a like small letter, so it is in uppercase, right?
Ma'am, when we are declining the throws keyword, we need to
Mhm.
give in the method, not in the class, right? We need to always give in the method.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
Method. Okay. Ask.
in the above that 4 number line that you have given a class negative, because we are extending an exception. We are giving an exception of ourselves, means user
Yeah.
defined.
Yeah.
It's called
User
user
defined.
defined. Super keyword. Why we have given super keyword here?
We use here a super keyword because, like we see, we have to maintain a hierarchy. My next main point is we have to maintain an hierarchy. Okay. How
Okay, and
hierarchy? Like, see, exception. If you not like write this exception and try to do this, like, see, every time you get an error, it is not
you're right.
defined. It is defined whenever we write the exception.
Okay, okay, it's
Okay.
okay, ma'am. And after that, you have given an a negative age exception. We have given a string A. Why, ma'am?
String A, because it take like exception in a string manner. It take an exception in a string manner. See, whenever you throw an exception,
Hmm.
we throw an exception in a string manner. Then it will print the negative age exception.
Okay, okay, okay.
Hello,
Got it.
hello, ma'am. Hello,
Huh?
ma'am. How the program flow will be, ma'am? Like from where it starts?
No,
Debug it.
one thing I got to know one thing that
Mhm.
yeah, when we are giving the string keyword, because we are not writing here this, you have written that throws keyword, throw new negative is exception is not negative, because without the help of system.println we can't print that. But we have given a string A, that string with the I think we have given the string, for that we are getting a print that age not negative. Otherwise
Yeah.
we are not able
Hold
to
it.
write.
That string, hold it.
Yes, ma'am. That only I
Yeah.
was able to tell you.
Now it's your problem, I think. Here, you can see whenever we write an age x, age is -4. Okay, it first comes and this method and check x is greater than equals to 0. No, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Else, who is telling me the flow? To
Yeah,
tell the
yeah.
flow,
Yes,
right?
yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yeah.
Throw this exception, like throw new negative age exception. See, come in the super keyword that holds, which someone tell that it holds this string, right?
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yes, ma'am.
Comes here again, that super keyword hold it, again comes, and again come into
Yeah.
string keyword, sorry, in a catch. Okay, now this catch, print it.
Yeah.
Got
Okay.
it, ma'am. I
I
got
got it.
it. Got
Okay,
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
understand?
Yes,
Okay,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
now if I try to okay, anyone try to anyone wanted to know that how I can do this debugging? Everyone knows how to debug?
Yes, ma'am. We know it.
You know, everyone know how to debug the
No,
program?
ma'am. No, ma'am. I don't.
If anyone know, don't feel shy, just tell me. I will tell you. I have no issue.
No, madam.
Okay, so first you have to make it okay from starting point. I'll tell you. First we have to, like, from where we want to debug, we have to first toggle breakpoint. We have to create one breakpoint. From here I want to start this debugging. Okay, whenever we try to write this, go to your program, user defined exception rate, debug as Java application. Okay, now press function F5. Okay, F5, press F5. See, here it come with the in a method where it's check x is greater than equals to 0, greater than equals to 0. Yes. So it basically not going anywhere. It's just print, fine, and close this program. Okay. See, it not comes into a catch block. Fine.
Got it, ma'am,
Anyone
got it.
have any question?
No,
If
ma'am,
we
not
write
at all.
here a catch block, then it, after and try to give the 10 like positive age, comes a finally block.
And we can also give. We can also try the nested try. Also, we can give, no, ma'am.
Yeah, try under try. We can write try under try. So this is one another thing.
Okay, ma'am. Sure.
There is so many questions, right? There is so many programs. So you have to practice it, practice these things, and write with yourself. Then you can understand more.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Because whatever I know, I'll tell you. Okay.
Yes,
Maybe you know more than me.
it's not like that, ma'am.
No,
No,
sometimes
no.
so many students are know more than me. Or like people are learning these things, they know more than me.
No, ma'am, you are explaining really very good. It's really awesome, ma'am.
I don't think. I think sir tells each and everything very, like in a very right manners.
You are also, ma'am, very good. You are just showing me that step by step. It's very good. I just like explanation.
Okay. So okay, let's try with this. Okay, one thing I wanted to tell you, like I forgot this point. Like if we write more than one interface, then what is the hierarchy of it? Okay, first we write the try. First we write the child class. Okay, then we write like parent class.
My screen is visible. Your screen is visible, but from myself, but screen is not moving. Oh.
No, screen is not moving. For everyone?
I think from myself, from me itself. I think. Okay, let me do correction. Okay, just move your mouse so that I can scroll it, ma'am, so that I can understand. Okay, it's okay, ma'am. That's okay.
Okay, so anything more in thread you wanted to know, and if you have any doubt, anything, then please ask.
In the exception part itself, like, there is no question. It's all clear.
Yeah. So basically, if you try to give anywhere with the interview with the core Java, they ask only this kind of question, like please explain the difference between throw and throws keyword. Can we use a try block with a multiple catch block? If we're not using a try block catch block, then what happened? So we have to use a finally block, like this kind of things they ask, not more than that. Okay, there is a one another thing, except chained exception. Okay, we write two codes, but I never faced any question with that, the chained exception. So I just skipped this thing, and I only try to remember, or only try to read only the definition, that first exception, the second exception describe the cause of first exception, that why it's happened. Okay, that is the chain exception, nothing more. Apart from this topic, anyone wanted to know any topic, any question? If you have any question, please ask. question and don't shy. In Hindi and English, anything. Just ask.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Ask.
They're studying why each music throws negative execution as they have listed. But after that, there is an equal to 0 means.
I didn't get you. Please, like, anyone understand his question? Then please explain because I didn't get you.
I am asking that static after static void age.
Why we take a public static void main?
No, madam, that's not. I am asking that static void age in case shows negative execution. That one. That part one I am not getting.
Which line? Which line?
13. Line 13. Madam.
This. This line.
Yes, ma'am.
Static void age.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So static void. I think I'm not taking your class. But no, I think I'm not taking the class. Okay. Whenever we write this static, this is a method. Okay, this is the method. Whenever we write the static keyword, we not need to like create an object. Do you know this thing?
Ma'am, if I give an example regarding the static, if I give an admission to a college, right? We need to write the college.
Spriya, sorry to interrupt you. I believe Rudra is also trying to throw some light on this. That is re-throwing, he wants to say.
Yeah. Definitely, Rudmani sir. Please.
No, but actually, I believe he's having some problem with his headphone. So he is giving the answer in the chat. So
Okay,
team, please follow the chat history also. Rudra is also trying to throw some knowledge on this.
Yeah. Re-throwing is calling through statement without an exception. Object is only catch block. Re-throwing. Calling through statement. Calling through statement. Okay, someone also asked a re-throwing. Did not get you, sir.
So Saurabh, I believe, was trying to say something, right?
No. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I understand his question, but Rudramani sir explained this re-throwing.
I didn't get Rudramani sir what he said. Just throwing exception means calling the throw
No,
state.
no. When an exception is cached, okay, and if it is not handled, then it is thrown in another exception. Like it is thrown to another catch block. So whenever the catch block throw any other exception, in that exception, that is called a rethrow exception.
Means, ma'am, if a throw block is given exception, right? So
Okay.
after that, if there is no exception, without an exception, we'll go to the catch block to check it whether it is like that.
No. Like if we write an, okay, wait, try to write this code, okay?
Sure, ma'am.
Okay, fine. Try to write this code. Okay, I think here it is possible. No, I don't think here it is possible. Okay, let me first explain that, otherwise I forget. Like, okay, why we use a static.
Okay, ma'am. I would like to say something about static that if I'm being in a college, right? If I'm making a website for college, that I need to write the college name again and again. If I being a static, if I declare that static keyword with the help of that, so I think we don't need to write again and again that thing.
No. Static method, static block, and static variable. Everything is and
Sorry, I'm taking over. I think static variable. Sorry. Ma'am.
yeah. Okay, I will explain it. Okay, so here you can see that there is here, see, there is a class test1, okay, test1, and if we try to now if we try to print any anything, okay, any class, okay, now try to call any method, okay, method default method 1, fine. This is the method. Now if we try to call this method, method1, okay, I have to write the code. We have to create an object test to t obj equals to new test2, okay, and call with this obj dot method1.
Ma'am, underscore you have to.
Yeah. If I try to run this code, this is a test method, right? Okay. But if we declare it static, okay, so we need not write this, create this object. We just call this method, only writing method name.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
I mean, what is the function of static keyword actually? Can you
See, I give you the practical example. See, in a screen, is it not visible for you?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So if we write a static, okay, we need not never create an object, okay. There is no need to create an object. Just call this method. See, if we remove this, okay, again I'll show you. If we create one method, okay, how we call this method? We call with this method whenever we create an object of that class where it is defined. Fine.
Yes, sir.
So it is defined in test2 class. We write test2 obj equals to new test2, okay. Obj, with the help of that reference variable, we create that method, we call that method, right? Then this method is called, and it means this method is the test method, okay.
Yes, yeah.
Okay, fine. Now we create a method 2. See. This is the static test method. This is the static test method. Okay. Now see, we need not write anything, just write when we declare this, we just write this code, we just write the method name and it is okay with that. See, now I think you get the difference between static, why we use here a static keyword, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Hello.
Yes, yes, sir. Clear.
Yes. Now I think it is okay. Now if we create a static,
Hello, ma'am.
yeah, ask.
That static keyword or the way writing static method something. Ma'am, the strategy is always same, I think, right? We don't need to create. Don't need to write more. It just reduce the code.
It
Hello?
reduced the code. No, you cannot say that it reduced the code. Okay. Because if you not write any object, if you not create any object, then you can't say that it reduced the code. Okay. With the static keyword.
No, I
Static
got you.
keyword.
Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am.
If you
You
write any, yeah, ask.
I just telling that when you're writing the static void method too, yeah, right. I
Yeah.
understood the way everything. I understood in the first itself that a static void method. Okay.
Okay.
When we are not writing static, then we need to write that we need to create an object. Then again, we need to call from the object dot method to yeah, right, ma'am. So if when you are writing a static keyword, we just need to just give call. We don't need to write
But
anything.
in inheritance, remember that thing. In inheritance, whenever you declare this is static, you never inherit that code, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So it reduces the code only where it is written.
Yes,
Only for the, you need not write to the object, okay?
yes, ma'am.
Otherwise, it is inheritance. When I think you go through the inheritance, I think you know that in inheritance, it creates a problem because you cannot inherit if you declare the static.
Yes, ma'am. Alright.
And yeah, Rudramani sir explained that throw and exception, right? Again, throw and exception. I think Rudramani sir something. He throw means exception throw inside the catch block. Yes, Ishita?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, that is right.
Okay, ma'am.
I think Rudramani have some network issue. That's why he's not able to give the answer. Okay, I'll try to write some rethrow code. Okay, that is thread exception demo. In exception demo, we try to write this code. Write one another code. See what's happening. No, we'll declare it and this exception. Declare this exception. Create one code.
Sam?
Hello? Yeah. Anyone wanted to tell something?
Yes, sir. I was saying that, can I go for lunch? No.
Sorry?
Can I go for lunch? No. Lunch is
For
not allowed
lunch?
for me. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, you can go. If you want lunch, lunch, you can go. Okay, just go through this. Okay, let me explain. If you have any scenario that there is an arithmetic exception and both like array index out of bound exception and arithmetic exception. Okay, the in a try block there is some problem. Okay, there is in some exception, then it come in arithmetic exception, it checks that it checks, but you wanted to throw another exception with arithmetic exception for checking purpose. Okay, so you just write here like this, you just write here like throw e, then this catch block again throw an exception, right? So okay, we move to the another topic which is called a thread. Anyone know what is thread? I think everyone knows the one very common definition. Thread is a lightweight program.
No, we just you can say it like that. That
Yeah, sequential flow of control within a program, right?
yes, ma'am.
So if we write like group of statements, so JVM, what JVM do? JVM execute one by one. Okay, JVM execute that statement one by one. Okay, so this execution is called a thread. Like in a Java program, if we write a group of statement, like group of statement or statement we call this coding line, then this statement is executed by JVM one by one. Okay, so we write a thread. So why we use a thread? There is a common question. Why we use thread?
For synchronous operations.
Yeah. This is the main point for synchronization purpose,
We can
right?
say always like that. Thread, inside thread there may be many processes and all. So that if one is affected, if one thread is affected, I think it will not affect the other.
Yeah, and in our system by default there is so many threads are parallelly working, right?
Yeah.
If you people know the OS, then you are aware with that. Okay, so there is one very common question that thread can be. Okay, so how you create a thread? There is two process. Okay, thread can be created by two processes, like executing thread class or implementing runnable interface.
Hello, ma'am.
Yeah.
What did you just say? Just can you repeat me? I can write it, ma'am.
Okay,
Thread class. What did you just say?
there
Thread.
is two
There is
method to create a thread.
two method to create a thread. Yes, ma'am. Okay, executing.
extending thread class.
And
This
running
is the
the
first one, extending thread class, or second one is implementing
runnable interface. Runnable interface.
runnable interface, right? These
Yes.
two. So extending thread class or runnable interface. So there is one question arises, why there is two process to create an thread. If we have a thread class, we need not a runnable interface, and if we use a runnable interface, then there is no need of creating a thread class, right? So why there is two processes to creating a thread class? There is two processes because when we use a runnable interface, we can implement more than one classes, right? Hello.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if we use a class thread, then we cannot extend any another class, right? If only extend one class, because if you know the multiple inheritance, then you are aware with that with the interface we can implement more than one interface, right? You know multiple inheritance.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, so that's why we, which is better, the runnable interface is better. Okay, the runnable interface is better. The five, there is a in any thread class, there is a 5 stages, that whenever a thread is created, that is new state, it run, that is runnable state, running, non-runnable, if it's sleep or wait, that state is called runnable interface, and terminated, when its work is done, then it's terminate or just close that thread, right? So okay, I'll give you one example. Here you can see I write one code for the thread. So we try to execute two threads. Okay. Here you can see we extend a thread, we create a thread, right? Is it visible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
My thread 1, my thread 2. There is a 2 thread class. Okay. Now its method is run. So we try to run it and see. We write a table of 5 and 100. Okay. We try to write a table of 5 and 100, as you can see here, 5 and 100. So we think that the thread class, first we create an object. Okay, so we think that first all the five table is written, then 100 table. Okay, but when we extend a thread class, any class, then it is working as a thread. So okay, so you can see here the output, that sometime 5, 100, 200, 10, 300, 15, like 5 ones are 5, 5 twos are 10. So you can see we expect that 5 ones are 5, then 10, then 15, then 20, then 25. Okay, then 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, right? But it is not that in a sequence. See, so how we create this sequence? We just use this synchronized keyword. With the help of synchronized keyword, if we attach this synchronized keyword here, this table is synchronized, then first it execute the 5, then it's 10. So what happened? First, when there is no synchronized keyword, it just run the first thread and second thread, randomly.
One by one. You can say no.
Which they get, they run.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
Yeah.
but with the help of synchronized keyword, when it come in a 5 print table, it hold that method here and then run it from 5. Okay, like 5 take 5, 5 ones are 5, 5 twos are 5, 5 twos are 10, okay, 5 threes are 15, like that. Then come into a 10.
Ma'am, why are you giving the thread slip 400? I don't know that.
Because it sleep for 400 millisecond.
Okay.
Then wait, I will show you this thing. Whenever you see that it's come like 5, 10, 15, 20, like that way. Okay, you can see when I enter, it doesn't give that just give the output. No, it's come one by one. You can see.
You're taking little
That's
bit
right.
time.
Yeah, it takes some time.
Okay, got it, ma'am.
Yeah. So these are these are the name. These are the methods. Sleep method, wait method. Like sleep uh, for stopping some time. Okay, one by one. It takes some time. Then it give another output, right? As you
Yes,
can see
ma'am.
here. This is the predefined method: run, sleep, wait. Okay, these are the predefined method. Note it and just go through it. And I don't think to write the code, but just know about it when we use this like sleep method, start method, run method. Run method just run the code. Okay, from that point it runs. Anyone want to see the debugging?
Hello, ma'am. What is the difference between sleep and wait?
Okay, sleep is basically holds for some millisecond. Okay, but wait, when we use wait, like there is a two threads. Okay, so first thread is when first thread is finished, then it started the second thread. So that time when first thread is executed, the second thread is in a wait mode.
Waiting state. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah.
I don't think there is more than this. In a thread, there is just this program with the synchronized keyword, because basically synchronization is the main point here.
Ma'am, can you please scroll up? I want to see the program.
Take the screenshot.
Use full screen so that we can take a screenshot.
Yeah, take the screenshot.
It can be full. Hello.
Okay. Yeah.
You just click on the project explorer so that it can come this side a little bit so that we can take a screenshot nicely.
Where?
प्रोजेक्ट एक्सप्लोर या ऐसे नहीं मैम क्या बोलते हैं इसको यहाँ पर क्लिक कीजिए ना वो मिनिमाइज है हाँ कर दीजिए
I think you can 2 to 3 screenshot. It will be okay.
And just go up a little bit. Pull up.
Ma'am, can you please export the project and provide it to us so that we can have the code?
Okay. Can I
instead
paste
of the
this code
screenshot?
in a chat box?
Yes, ma'am. It will be better.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Just paste it in your like anywhere. That is not better. Everyone get it?
Yes, ma'am. Got it, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. Apart from this, anyone ask any question? Any question? Related with this?
Hello, ma'am.
Yeah.
Here wait is not used, but still T1 is executing first and then T2 is executing.
No, first it is not used. We mentioned that thread. That time when we use a wait, we like that time we required that wait method. Like we have to wait then start. Okay. Here it is run method with the use of run method.
Yes, ma'am.
So just write wait method. Okay, wait, notify. Just go through this point. It is not very like it not write the code, but if you want you can write by yourself, like wait method. Okay, wait,
Run.
run, notify.
Join also there. Join.
Yeah, notify all. Join. Yeah, these are the methods. I think there is one more, yield something. There is one method, another method, which is basically means that the thread is not doing anything. If thread is not doing anything, then that time it tells other thread that you can be a process. That time run method will be run at that time, right? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So anyone have any question, then please ask. Otherwise we just close this meeting. Okay, anyone want this user defined exception code?
Yes, ma'am. Just give it so that we can practice it.
Yes, please. And synchronize is used for proper ordering, right?
Right.
Thank you. Yes, ma'am, please provide the code as well. Thank you.
Okay. An exception. I think anyone asking. Ishita asking questions. If the output of task is random, otherwise it will be output in randomly ordered. Yes, Ishita.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. So can we wrap up?
Yes, yes, ma'am. Sure.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
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 Thank you, ma'am. Hello, Sunit sir. Hello. Hello, Sunit sir. Hello.